Hello and welcome into the FCS Huddle. I'm Elliot Schall, alongside the FCS Senior Editor for Stats, Craig Haley. And you know what? We've been doing this show all season long, and as we get into the final full week of the regular season, 6 of the 10 automatic bids have been won. And you know what? There's these conference, some of these conference bids are there's some scenarios that are easy to understand, and there's some scenarios that are kind of complicated. Can you give us the easy one for some of these teams that are trying to get their bids?
Sure. I mean, there are 4 conferences trying to decide automatic bids still, Elliot. And the easiest one would be the Northeast Conference. I mean, it's St. Francis at Duquesne this weekend. The winner's in the field. The winner's the champion. The loser stays home. That's as simple as it gets. A great way to finish the season in the NEC. There's the Missouri Valley Conference. North Dakota State is probably going to get in with the automatic bid. The 4-time defending champs nationally. All they have to do is beat the last place team, Missouri State. So that's going to happen. If somehow there's an upset, South Dakota State, Illinois State kind of factors in. Illinois State can share the title with a win for sure, even if North Dakota State wins the automatic bid. CAA, it's as easy as William & Mary winning at Richmond, which won't be easy, of course.
Easier said than done.
Correct. If William & Mary doesn't win the bid, then the Villanova-JMU game factors in. Richmond hoping to share the title here with a win. Big Sky also could be easy with Southern Utah winning against Northern Arizona, but that's not easy because Northern Arizona is coming on like a ball of fire. Also, Montana and Portland State's alive, depending on what happens in the Southern Utah Northern Arizona game. So it could be simple, it could not.
Right.
It'll be a fun final weekend.
Yeah, so it's easy on paper, but once the games kick off, it's anything can happen. So I guess how do you see these playoff seeding? How do you see this kind of taking shape?
Sure. I mean, there's 24 teams in the playoffs. 8 get seeded. I think as long as Jacksonville State wins this weekend against Murray State, which should happen, they're going to be the number 1 seed. I think then you're looking at perhaps the Missouri Valley Conference. I've kind of wrestled with those teams, but I think North Dakota State, if they get the automatic bid and being a 4-time champ, will be the number 2 seed. I like Illinois State a little more than South Dakota State, but South Dakota State won the head-to-head competition, so they might have an edge there as far as seeds. I mean, McNeese State being undefeated, as long as they win this weekend, they're definitely top 5. It's going to be wild. I mean, you have CAA, Big South, Big Sky coming down to great endings. Big South has some good teams, Charleston Southern and Coastal. They're candidates for playoff seeds. So I think that the first ones are easy. After that, it really depends on what happens this weekend.
Right. Well, there you have it. This final regular season week coming up, and you know what? These conference races are really coming down to the wire. So be sure to stay on top of things and check out the website fcs.football. Also on Twitter at FCS_stats. And as I always say, give Craig Haley a follow at Craig Haley. That's going to do it for us today. I'm Elliot Schall. Thank you for watching.